So I just made a video talking about Fusion Strike. You can go watch that video if you haven't. I just made it a few hours ago. You can go watch it. But I made that video because a few days ago I talked about two specific booster boxes, Fusion Strike and Lost Origin. And in that video, I explained why I really believed that these were the next two booster boxes that were really going to skyrocket. And in that video, I showed you guys my reasonings and kind of my evidence on why I really believed that these were really going to start moving pretty quickly. And with Fusion Strike, if you watched the last video, you can see I was sort of right on it. And it was literally only a few days after I made the video saying that they were going to skyrocket. And they sort of did that in literally a few days. So Fusion Strike definitely kind of, outperformed what I really thought was going to happen with it because I did not expect it to do that in a short amount of time. And honestly, I really thought Lost Origin was going to perform better or, better than Fusion Strike in the short term. I really thought Lost Origin was going to go beyond, Fusion Strike, but that didn't happen. So here we are. Lost Origin. It's still at like 240s. But I'm here to say it, and I want to make this video right now to kind of timestamp me saying this. I believe these are still going to go up. It hasn't skyrocketed like Fusion Strike, and that just has to do with supply. There was way more supply of Lost Origin booster boxes on TCGplayer than Fusion Strike, and also the reprint from a year ago. So there was more supply of Lost Origin, right? But a lot of supplies, dried up from the sale. And I still believe there's still evidence showing that in maybe a month from now, and I honestly think it's going to be a little bit quicker, but I'm just going to say a month or two from now, these are going to get closer to 300. It's going to take more time than Fusion Strike, but I think with the market we're in right now and Lost Origin being, I would say, the second or third best Sword and Shield set, I really think they're going to hit 300 in, I would say, a few months from now. But I think that's being a little bit conservative seeing what we see with Fusion Strike. But I'm just going to do that to kind of, I guess cover myself a little bit. But in a few months, I think these are going to start hitting close to $300. That's all I'm going to say. But when it happens, go back to this video or comment on the video when it happens, say that, Vapor Self was right, because I'm never right. I always say things that are incorrect, I guess. So, hey, I just want to, timestamp this right now and show you guys that I'm saying it. And when it happens, come back to this video or whatever and comment, because I really think it's going to happen. So, like I said, Lost Origin, there was way more supply of these booster boxes on the market. And specifically, I noticed this one seller. I don't know if you guys have been on TCGplayer recently, but this one seller has sold a bunch of boxes. Like, they dumped a ton of supply of, I think, specifically like Sword and Shield boxes. I've noticed this specific seller had a ton of them. And recently, they've, been, getting bought out because I'm pretty sure the seller had like 20 or 30 of these Lost Origin booster boxes listed, but they are being bought out, like I said. You can see here somebody bought 8 of them. Somebody here bought 4 and 2, and you can see they're all 232. I'm pretty sure it's from this seller. So they are getting bought out, but this person had a ton of supply, but they're about to run out. So I think by the time this video gets up, I'm pretty sure the seller will probably have run out by then. So if we go look at the next listings, because this is the cheapest one right now on TCGplayer, it's going for 240. Look at the next listing, it's 245. This person only has one available. You keep going down, it's still 245 for a while, but they only have one available. Here's when it changes to 250. This person has 2. And then here it's 250 and this person has 24. And you'll see here, the 250 kind of stays for a while, 250, 250, like 250. This person has 12. So we do have, I guess, some areas here where it's probably going to take a little bit longer to get past for the supply to get dried up because, 24 plus 1 plus 1, 12, it's like 40. So we do still have some time, probably, maybe a week or so when these are going to get bought out. You can see here still 250, 250. Go to the next listing or next page. It gets up to be a little bit over 250 here. You can see there's not that much. You can see still available. And finally on the 4th page, I believe this is when it goes up to 300. Yes, so you see all these listings are around like 270, 280, and then it hits 300. So you can see there is a lot more supply for under 300 for Lost Origin booster boxes than Fusion Strike, because if you watch the last video, there's way less supply for the booster boxes before it hits 300. You can go watch that video. But yeah, even though you can see here, there is still some more supply of Lost Origin than Fusion Strike before, it hits 300. So it's going to take a little bit longer. But still, think about it. All these booster boxes I'm showing you here, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, they are not getting reprinted again, okay? There's not, like, unless someone has some crazy supply like this and dumps it on the market, based on what we're seeing here, this is it's going to happen at some point. These are going to start skyrocketing because, like I'm showing you here, there are some listings that have like a good amount available for like 250, and it's going to take a little time for those to get dried up. But still, there's not that many of these. There's more Lost Origin than Fusion Strike. But it's going to hit a point in, I think, a few months here, and I think it's going to be earlier, but I'm just doing that to cover myself, where these are going to start going up. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. So I just want to make this video right now, especially if you guys out there, because I know there's a lot of new people that have come into Pokemon now. Sword and Shield. If you do not have a Lost Origin booster box, and you've been maybe thinking about buying one, I'm telling you right now, based on what we're seeing, especially with Fusion Strike going up, these boxes are being bought up, and there's just not that many. So this is sort of the point where if you do not have any, you kind of got to make the decision quickly if you really want to buy one or not. I'm not going to tell you to buy one and it's going to be the best investment of all time, but I'm just telling you right now with what we're seeing here with the market and things being bought up this quickly, these prices and whatever, they're not lasting forever. I know we've seen the stagnation with these Sword and Shield boxes for the last like 6 months, and they've just now started going up. It's the time when these are going to go up now, and I'm just making this video to tell you this because some people need to hear this, because a lot of people, I feel like, talk about some of these older sets. Like anytime I talk about Sword and Shield, really a lot of people don't like it because everyone's just on Scarlet and Violet and just talks about that only. But these older sets are starting to move up. So I just want to tell you guys, especially for you guys out there that maybe want to buy some of these older ones, this is kind of the time where they're going to start moving up, and we've already been seeing it. So I just want to make this video because I really like Lost Origin. Honestly, I've been kind of contemplating buying a few more boxes. I have a lot of them, to be honest, but I really, really think Lost Origin is going to start moving up here very quickly. And just want to show you guys some, more evidence that there really isn't that much supply of these on the market. Obviously, TCGplayer, you saw all those boxes. But now if you go on eBay, eBay usually has a little bit cheaper prices than TCGplayer, I've noticed, because it's more individual sellers and people listing it for a little bit under the TCGplayer market price. But a lot of these Sword and Shield boxes, that's not the case. Lost Origin right now, you saw was selling for like $240, $245. But if you go on eBay, you're all being listed for like $270. You can see this seller, $270, $280, $300. This seller's Canadian and they only have one available. I think by the time this video goes up, it'll probably be gone. $280, $255, $300, $270, $250. This one's damaged. This one's being auctioned. I don't know what this goes down to in booster box price because I can't do the math. And you can see there's none available for like 240s. They're all like 250, 260, most of them 270s. So there just isn't that much available. And just to show you guys some sold listings, I always do this just to show that they are actually selling. You see on eBay, this is a auction, so they sometimes auctions go for a little bit less, but 250, 245. This went up to 255. And then this sold for I don't know what the math is on this. I think it's what is that? 290, or I don't know what the math is on this. I can't do the math. Here, what 250, and these are a little bit I guess a little bit older, but what is this, like 245? So they are selling, but definitely the ones that are listed, there's none available for like 240s anymore on eBay. But here is the deal. I'm telling you, anytime I make these videos talking about a set that I really believe is going to start moving up, I always try to share some sort of deal. Honestly, I don't even really feel like sharing this because I was honestly contemplating on buying a couple of these myself. So they might go out of stock. I don't really know. But I'm showing you guys this. Game Nerds. There's no tax, at least where I'm at in the States. There's free shipping. You only gotta buy one booster box for free shipping because it's only $75, and obviously it's more than that. And they're a reputable place. They ship their stuff very good. I've bought from them before. If you want Lost Origin booster boxes, this is pretty much the cheapest place because there's no tax. So obviously you're saving whatever state you're in. If there's sales tax, I don't know if it's all across the board, but where I'm at, there was no sales tax when I bought from them. So you're getting it for another like $10, $15 cheaper. So yeah, this is the best deal I can find. Reputable place. And if you want them, this is a place I'd probably recommend because they're reputable and, there's no tax. So it's the cheapest place. So even if it honestly wasn't the cheapest place, they're still, pretty much like market or a little bit under. So just want to show you guys this deal. I'm not sponsored by these people anytime I show these deals, but just trying to help you guys out. If you want to buy this reputable place, here it is. And then now to show you guys some of the cards in the set. Now, Lost Origin is different than Fusion Strike because there's not that, it's not as deep. as Fusion Strike, because Fusion Strike, has some other cards that are more expensive, like the, Espeon. It has the Mew. So there are a few more expensive cards than Lost Origin. But the thing is, Lost Origin has a card that, Fusion Strike doesn't have. That's the Giratina. And what's special about this Giratina, obviously people like the artwork, but the artist, people really like this artist. It's a big thing. And yeah, that's really all the set needs. Even though it's not as deep, it just has a Giratina. That's really all it needs. And this really peaked to like $500. I believe the Gengar peaked at like low 400s. So this did reach a higher ceiling than Gengar, but just overall, this card is very popular. And we can see here, all these alternate arts are actually starting to all move up, and we saw that with Fusion Strike. But these are starting to move up. We saw the little, I guess, crash of these alternate arts, right? Crash from their highs, but they're starting to move up. Like it's like they're coming back. And this is even more evidence to show that some of these good Sword and Shield boxes are really going to move up, because there's, I feel like the alternate arts are coming back a little bit from, the whole crash thing. Then, the secondary chase, the Aerodactyl. This is also starting to move up a little bit. Same thing, they kind of crash. And, I mean, here it doesn't really show it's moving up that much, but it has moved up a tiny bit. And then, this has a trainer gallery. Fusion Strike doesn't have a trainer gallery, but Fusion Strike has a, somewhat deeper set. But it does have a trainer gallery of secondary hits. It has Pikachus, which is kind of nice. So you can see here, these have actually been sort of going up as well. And also this other Pikachu has also been sort of going up as well. So just overall, it just looks like a lot of these good Sword and Shield sets, they're starting to get more, I guess, recognition now, or maybe just some more, I don't know, just some more attention, because for the longest time, no one cared about Sword and Shield. I'm telling you, for the last like 6 months, everything was about Scarlet and Violet, and for good reason. There's a lot of good sets, 151, Surging Sparks or whatever, and the future sets everyone was talking about. No one cared about Sword and Shield, but I'm telling you, I feel like in the next few months here, there's going to be even more, not just Fusion Strike and Lost Origin. There's going to be more Sword and Shield sets that are going to move up, and definitely when those start moving up, I'll make videos about them. But these are the two right now that I really feel like are going to be the outperformers right now, that are really going to start moving up. Surprisingly, Chilling Reign really hasn't been doing that. Chilling Reign, I feel like there's always been more supply for cheaper than Fusion Strike, but Chilling Reign definitely is going to be maybe also one of them. But right now they're still at like 220, like you can find them on eBay. So yeah, I really feel like still strongly Lost Origin is going to be the next one that moves up. But Fusion Strike did beat it, which is very surprising to me. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.